up, guys? More road break for you. This time we have some news, some comments about current events in WWE nowadays. It was revealed this week on Monday Night Raw that the King of the Ring will be reappearing, will be making a comeback, and it's going to start this week at 8 o'clock USA Network. Ryan, we have a few thoughts about the bracket that came up on Friday night, and we're going to give you some of our ideas. What do we think about the matchups that they have, and who could be the possible winner of the whole thing? But our first, would say, thought about all of this is like, has WWE even suggest or insinuated what the winner is going to get?
I have not seen anything yet. Whether or not, any of these guys are going to get a world championship match, a Jolly Rancher, fucking lollipop, a blowjob, anything.
Yeah, so, we don't know what the winner is going to, what's the price? We don't know what the winner is going to get out of winning this whole thing.
So that's my number one issue right now with this. What's the incentive and going into this and fighting for? What the hell are you fighting for?
To us, it always should be a championship match. And it should be automatically you become the number one contender of the title of your choosing. And until this day, we don't know what the winner is going to get. We would like to know what the winner is going to get, because the past winners have not, win anything from it.
Well, that was the issue. In the beginning, at least when they started it, they would get a nice push and end up, becoming superstars.
Yes.
And end up becoming world champions.
Yes. But
that happened with, the Bret Harts. That happened with,
Kurt Angle.
The Kurt Angle,
Stone Cold,
Lesnar, Austin, Triple H. Stuff like
even
that.
Ken Shamrock did it. The only one that to me never really got anything from winning the King of the Ring was Billy Gunn in 1999. And for that reason, we're going to talk about, first of all, the bracket itself. And then we're going to talk about each of the matchups, who could be the possible winner from that. And then, in our thought, in our view, who should be the King of the Ring. The bracket itself has the first match is Antonio Cesaro against Samoa Joe. Ryan, you had so many things to say about this matchup.
Should not be taking place. Both of these men should not be losing. That's my opinion. Neither of these men should lose, so why the hell are they in a matchup together? Only my opinion. Now Joe has looked like a fucking fool for years. That's the way that WWE has treated him, so I see Joe losing this match. And Cesaro's kind of been in the same boat. He has gotten somewhat of a, I want to say, minor push, but it hasn't really led anywhere. I mean, if you look at every single match in this bracket, nobody deserves... If it would be for a world championship match, nobody deserves to be in
Neither one of them deserves to be in that spot yet.
I'm saying every single match on this. I don't see anybody deserving a world championship match.
Yeah.
Because
They
all of these guys are either rejects or they're people who have lost matches. The only one I see on here who may deserve something is Kevin Owens. Because he has at least won matches recently and has been over with the crowd.
Yes. And he's won important matches like Shane O'Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, in SummerSlam he won.
I don't want to hear bullshit from people. Ricochet's really good in the ring. And he's lost 4 fucking times to AJ Styles for the U.S. title and keeps getting fucking rematches. What happened to there's no rematch clause?
Yep.
Okay.
Or, for example, one of the big people that is not in this tournament is Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Why Aleister Black is not in the tournament?
Who the hell knows?
And I'm not going to say I'm the biggest fan of Aleister Black, but I'm just saying he won matches. He beat Cesaro twice.
I bet you it's because of Vince McMahon. I'm assuming it's
He
because
probably
of
doesn't
Vince
like the tattoos. He doesn't
probably
like the whole gimmick. But to me, that's when the WWE doesn't make any sense when it comes to put even like a tournament together. The idea is great. I'm not gonna. We all like tournaments. We like to see people winning things. But again, it goes back to winning something out of becoming the king of the ring or out of becoming like the main guy in a tournament. You have to win something important.
You do. I mean, this goes back to the last King of the Ring winner, which was Wade Barrett, and in the end, it was mediocrity for him. In the end, he ended up getting buried, and it didn't do anything for him because he didn't fucking win anything. He won a fucking crown and scepter and a fucking cape that he wore, and he went around calling himself King Barrett instead of Bad News Barrett.
And he kept losing matches.
And he didn't fucking win anything. Okay? There was no push. Okay? That's where this thing is going to fail if you don't give these guys incentive, world championship match. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to see, them walking up fucking stairs to a fucking chair, holding a crown and a fucking scepter. Okay? It's not fucking 90s anymore where it's a fucking cartoon show. Okay? Give these guys fucking legit time to wrestle. Okay? To me, they've already fucked up the whole thing. What they need to do, this needs to be a legit pay-per-view in June. People need to fight for the right to be in this fucking tournament. And the whole tournament needs to take place on the pay-per-view. Okay? Right? You like to have these long fucking pay-per-views now, 4 fucking hours, where people are fucking falling asleep while they're watching the fucking thing. Okay? The whole fucking tournament.
At least this will make sense to have a really long pay-per-view.
Yes.
Because you have all the finals in the pay-per-view.
You have the tournament on the pay-per-view. The king gets crowned on the pay-per-view. Then that person can challenge the next person, whoever
wins the championship match.
Whoever. But I'm saying the brand. Whatever brand they're on, they face that champion's brand, at SummerSlam.
Or even the title of their choosing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a Money in the Bank, kind of like a Royal Rumble winner.
You can do that.
Yeah, but like you said, winning King of the Ring should translate into a championship opportunity.
It should.
Because that's the only way for me that the tournament makes sense. And it becomes meaningful. Because you could possibly become a world champion if you become the King of the Ring. Because what does that mean, or what is the purpose of being the King of the Ring if I don't have gold around my waist?
That's what I'm saying. If they don't do it, which I'm assuming they're not, I'm not going to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. If he calls himself King of the Ring, I'm not going to think he's King of the Ring.
It's the same garbage as I'm the best in the world.
Yeah.
And we're not saying Phil Brooks. We're saying Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Because the World Cup, that was only like pretty much American wrestlers.
Yeah.
Didn't mean anything.
No. It meant absolutely nothing.
Or like both times the Battle Royal in Saudi Arabia. It didn't mean anything.
Nothing. Shane McMahon's a piece of shit. Best in the world, hanging right there. It's either him or Jericho.
Yes.
Okay, best in the world, and then you have the best in the world at what he does.
Yep, that's right. I will agree with that. Chris Jericho and Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk. So Ryan, take us through the next matchup. It's going to be Ricochet, the one and only, going against the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Who wins? Why?
Again, 2 people that, to me, don't deserve to be in this fucking match. I mean, I'm looking here.
Your pick.
I'm thinking Cesaro will beat Joe in
Okay.
advance. Cesaro right now
Has a little bit like of a leeway
I want to say.
when it comes to losing matches, where Samoa Joe loses to everybody.
So, I'm thinking if you're looking at a Ricochet and Drew McIntyre, if you want to do babyface versus heel,
It will be Ricochet.
it would. But you have to remember, I believe Samoa Joe turned face.
For a week.
So is he back to heel now?
Yeah, he's back heel. Yeah.
See, that's where, again, their stories don't make fucking sense.
Yep.
So, I don't know. To me, that's where this one kind of baffles me. I would like to see Drew McIntyre go ahead because Ricochet has become Titus Catering. You know,
BIP.
He has. I've lost all respect for Ricochet. I don't give a shit about him. I don't care how fantastic he is in the ring. I've lost all interest in that guy.
He lost his momentum. He lost his identity.
He has.
He lost his the things that made him special. And NXT, and the indie scene, and now he's just a basic guy.
So,
he's generic. And it's not his fault, it's WWE's fault.
Absolutely.
Because they make him look like an idiot.
So, to me, I would like to see, I think, McIntyre, because we haven't seen Cesaro versus McIntyre. We have seen Cesaro versus Ricochet already, so I think I'd rather see Cesaro versus McIntyre.
Oh, sorry, guys. I've been a little tired. I've been working in other things that I gotta do with my life. But see, we have Road Break here for you. And the next matchup is
Cedric Alexander taking on Sami Zayn.
Look, this is a matchup of both people that are what? Losers. Cedric Alexander has not been meaningful since his days on 205 Live.
And Sami Zayn hasn't won a match on television
since his return.
Yes.
After WrestleMania. So
I see Cedric Alexander winning this.
I see them doing that because I'm sorry, but Sami Zayn needs to just pack his stuff, put a mask, be El Generico again,
yes,
and go to AEW. Because Sami Zayn is great performing whatever they tell him to do, but they don't have faith in him.
They don't. You go to AEW, you're a made man.
It's to your face. It's so obvious that they do not like Sami Zayn, and I'll tell you why. His character was so over when he came back and he was putting up these promos that were actually coming from Vince McMahon's mouth that he will tell Sami Zayn to say, but then they dropped the whole thing. And now what is he doing? Losing to everybody. His match with Aleister Black didn't even feature the pay-per-view. They have to have it on SmackDown the week before. That's what I mean. So in this case, I will go with you with Cedric Alexander. He should win because Sami Zayn is a loser. And it hurts because Sami Zayn is a great wrestler.
Then you have The Miz and Baron Corbin, two other losers.
Why would you have the worst matchup? And we've seen that match, like 10 times already? And why would you have that?
Probably to get it out of the way.
The Miz will win.
His first round. So.
Miz will win.
So.
Miz will absolutely win. And then the next match is what?
Looks like Kevin Owens and Elias.
Kevin Owens and Elias, you guys know that Kevin Owens is really hot right now. Is at his hottest. I think he's even hotter than he was champion, than when he was the Universal Champion.
I would agree.
And even hotter than when he was pairing up with Jericho, with the Liz and the friendship and everything. I think Kevin Owens, he's the kind of guy that you give him a certain gimmick and he'll make the best out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, he's hot. He'll win. Elias doesn't have a single opportunity in any tournament unless they have some kind of faith in this guy, which they don't, because he went from being like a possible future nice act, mid card, like an IC champion. No, he loses to everybody. He became a mockery, and
no doubt.
WrestleMania, Cena comes out, kick his ass. Monday Night Raw, Undertaker comes back, kick his ass. Everywhere that he goes, he gets his ass kicked.
The only thing I would say is possible with this match is Shane McMahon getting involved. To bring some sort of,
to fuck Kevin Owens over.
Yeah, to continue that story
that
somehow.
feud, yes. For that reason, my pick on that is going to still be Kevin Owens. But like Ryan said, there's a possibility that Shane might try to fuck things up and Elias might win it. But my pick is Kevin Owens.
Then we have Ali taking on Buddy Murphy.
In this case, I will say after what we saw from Buddy Murphy on SmackDown Live, I will say he wins.
To me, you have to. You have to have Buddy
The
Murphy.
guy put such a great match. I don't want to call it saying that he's a made man already. He has a lot to prove. But he became really popular after that match with Roman Reigns.
For me, I don't know. This is another case for why do you put these two together in the same match? Neither of these two should be losing. These are two that should be winning this King of the Ring tournament.
That will catapult both of them into the stratosphere.
You know, this is something where you should be mixing up matches like, okay, Ali should be taking on The Miz, and Buddy Murphy should be taking on Baron Corbin. Or vice versa. You know, like, Buddy Murphy should be taking on The Miz because he's a babyface, and Ali should be taking on, you know, Baron Corbin. You know, it shouldn't be this way, you know, but Vince is thinking, well, they're both cruiserweights, so they should wrestle. No.
And they're going to put a good match.
You know, fuck that idea. Okay, you should be thinking about, okay, they're on the main roster now. Let's think of all the ideas we can put together and all the different matches we can put together.
That is true. To me, it's pretty lazy booking.
It is. It's terrible.
Pretty lazy booking because, like, you already, in a matter of seconds, you came up with two better matchups than the ones that they have right now.
That's
because, for example, like you said, I'm sorry that I cut you off, but, like, Mustafa Ali and Baron Corbin or against The Miz is much more interesting to me than to see The Miz against Baron Corbin.
That's because I'm not a fucking retard like the people that work at WWE who just don't give a fuck. You know, they don't care anymore about good television, good storytelling. They don't know how to tell a fucking story anymore.
And in this case, when it comes to Ali and Buddy Murphy, I would say Murphy will get the win.
You will.
Because what we saw this week against SmackDown Live, it was just the only meaningful thing throughout the show.
Yeah.
It was that match. It was 20 minutes, I believe, very close to 20 minutes of a great technical match between Roman Reigns and Buddy Murphy. He didn't look weak. He looked pretty strong, but at the end, of course, he had to oversell the spear, and Roman Reigns wins. I think he was about to pull off the upset.
Well, you know Roman Reigns is not going to lose. Okay? Anybody who thought Roman Reigns was going to lose is a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Okay? But, you know, for those saying that Murphy is buried, no. Okay? Murphy is in the ring with, you know, technically their golden boy.
The big dog.
Okay?
In quotation.
So that's, you know, for his first television match, that's freaking great for him.
To me, it's a great debut.
Yeah. And he's the one making Roman look fantastic. Because Roman, to me, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Roman. I don't think he's a great wrestler. He's okay at times, but he's not good. He's the one, you know, Buddy Murphy's the one making Roman look great.
Yeah.
So it's good for both of them.
Oh, yeah, it is good because he helped Roman to produce a legit match. And at the end, like I said, of course he won, but Buddy Murphy looked good. He didn't look like a loser in my eyes.
No.
He looks like this is going to be the beginning for a different Buddy Murphy. And we'll see probably him featuring a prominent role.
I would hope.
I hope.
Unless Vince is the one behind everything.
The next one is Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. For the love of God, why in the hell you waste 2 spots in the tournament?
Do we need to say anything more?
Shelton Benjamin is being asking on social media, give me an opportunity. I came to the WWE to wrestle. That's the reason I came back. Not to be this mockery of a man that I am right now. And Chad Gable, they did the same thing. They think that he's only going to be able to be in tag matches.
Both of these men, to me, should leave. Okay? That's only my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Shelton Benjamin, now, again, Shelton Benjamin's old. Not trying to be mean. I'm sure he's still got a lot left in the tank. But WWE's not going to feature him. So if you want to wrestle, you're going to have to go somewhere else. Okay? Now, again, too, the bigger companies like an AEW, I don't think Shelton Benjamin's going to be wanted there. To me, you got to feature younger talent. Okay? So AEW featuring, you know, they're doing the right thing by featuring younger guys. Shelton Benjamin's not going to be somebody featured there. Maybe, but, you know, a more welcome guy would be a Chad Gable who can fucking, he can fucking wrestle.
He's a good wrestler.
So, AEW, Chad Gable, go there. I think they would sign him in a heartbeat.
And besides signing him from, in a heartbeat, they will give him, a role, a meaningful role.
They will.
Instead of just being, this Chad Gable that supposedly he's going to go under a name change. We'll see what kind of name they use for that. But once again, who will win from this feud? I will say Chad Gable.
I would hope so. I mean, he's the younger
Because
guy.
I know that they're trying to push these guys so they can be able to actually, for example, Chad Gable be the face of 205 Live. That's one of the reports that I heard. So he can just be, this great guy in 205 Live. They want Chad Gable to do that.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. And then the last matchup in the bracket is Apollo Cruz against Andrade Cien Almas.
Both of these guys, again, these both would, do well if they would win the King of the Ring tournament. Okay? But Apollo Cruz lacks charisma and mic work. Where Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega would be probably the best pick out of all of these people to win the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a fucking World Heavyweight Championship match involved and a push for that superstar. I think he's the one out of all of them that probably is the best choice to win this tournament.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, no doubt for me, Andrade Cien Almas wins that match.
I hope that he does. Because he deserves to have a role in this situation. Because Royal Rumble, he was featured, 10 seconds? WrestleMania, same thing, another 10 seconds. He didn't even fight for the championships. It was 10 seconds of Andrade Cien Almas.
I don't know what to tell you.
And it's time that he is featured correctly. It is time. Because he is a great wrestler and he could put the WWE in bigger heights if the relationship with Vega continues. Because they have so much chemistry with each other.
Yeah.
But my pick is Andrade Cien Almas on that. So that will take us to who will be the overall winner for you? Who wins it all?
For me, I want Andrade Cien Almas to win. I think that's the best choice. I don't think it's going to happen because WWE tends to fuck things up.
Yeah. They don't like to go for what is obvious.
To me, it's not even obvious. It's just the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
Almost the obvious choice in my eyes right now is Kevin Owens.
You're right. You're right.
But, but to me, I don't think that's the smart thing to do because, is Kevin Owens right now is on fire. He doesn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to be in this situation. So to me, put it on Andrade, let him win, and let him have a mega push right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
He'd be a great guy to get the title off of Kofi.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And Vega will always be looking out for him.
Yeah.
So it would be great.
So that's my pick.
That's my pick too. When it comes to winning, my pick, besides Almas, it will be, if anything, Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy, because he has the ability to actually pull the upset, and it is needed for WWE to start creating new stars. And for Buddy Murphy to be able to win the King of the Ring, that will be a defining moment in his career. And from there, he could actually challenge Kofi in this case. And I would like to see a match between Buddy Murphy and Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. I think he will be able to pull out a darker side of Kofi, and then he will be able to win the match and become finally the champion.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my pick. I think that the other guys, neither one of them have expectations of winning the match or the tournament on its own, and even become world champion. Like Joe.
No.
He will never be champion. He will never win anything of significance in the WWE. Same thing with Cesaro.
It's very sad, but
It is very sad.
But they won't.
Sami Zayn, Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable. What can you do with them? You just put them in this tournament just so they're featured. But at the end, I'm hoping that we can see all the matches that they're going to have. But like you said, they should be a whole pay-per-view when you can see all the matches and the whole tournament takes place from top to bottom.
That's what should happen. There should be a whole tournament on a pay-per-view, and it should be King of the Ring pay-per-view. That leads to somebody winning it, and then the one who wins the actual tournament should face that person the champion at SummerSlam.
Because then you have like a month and a half, 2 months to start building up.
Yes.
And yeah.
And it's easy booking for WWE then.
Exactly. It's easy booking. For example, like at the end, let's say Cien Almas wins the whole thing and they're celebrating with Vega, and then Kofi comes out. And he just does the stare down. Or he just goes with the belt like this. And then you start your feud right away. So for me, any other thoughts, Ryan, when it comes to the King of the Ring?
No, because I know they're gonna fuck this up.
I feel that like they need to pump it up a little more and actually start promoting, like you said, qualifier matches to the tournament itself, rather than just like, oh, I'm Cien Almas, I want to do something. Okay, then you're part of the King of the Ring. They do it like the way that they used to do it before, and they were qualifying matches for the King of the Ring.
Well, see, they aren't doing that because I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything that they're winning.
Yeah, exactly, and
That's why.
That's the saddest thing of all. Why do I can call myself the King of the Ring if I can't even get a title shot? So guys, I think that and I hope that all of you enjoyed this video, and we want to know your outcomes from all these matchups, and according to your guys, who could be the next King of the Ring, or how the King of the Ring needs to be booked so it becomes something of interest for the WWE universe. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys comment on it, subscribe, and once again, we're gonna start posting most of the videos on YouTube because Facebook unfortunately is giving us issues. So you guys just gotta we'll put the link and you just gotta press play.
Yes.
If you wanna see the videos.
So all you gotta do is click the actual video.
It's yeah. So again, thanks for the support. We'll have more road break for you guys. Take care, and we'll come back for you guys soon. Ada.